Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, this really is the place to be. Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium connected by EE, as it's officially known, the home, the symbol of English pride, prestige and passion. There's the whistle. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Trent Alexander-Arnold has redefined the fullback role. I mean, his contributions, attacking-wise, can match up with some of the leading playmakers around. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone so productive in that role. Some of his cross-field passing is quite ridiculous.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Ruben Dias makes the interception. Now it's Haaland. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Haaland. Spread out to the left. Now the delivery. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Rice. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Guardiola. Foden receives it in a good position. Chance! It's there! There is the breakthrough! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Great defending, strong and determined. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Oh, important interception. Rice. England look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away.
Shot, surely! Now it's Kane.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bernardo Silva. And it's Reinders. Engages and forces him off the ball. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Tries to play it, takes a shot! No mistake! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Lewis could move up a gear here. He's had it taken off him. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. He is through here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Kane. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Foden. Nice bit of trickery. He's a sharp little ball here. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Jordan Henderson. Rice. This looks promising. And he shoots! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And he's had it nicked away. Bernardo Silva. Threads one in. Haaland. Chance for a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that has been clubbed away. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Rice tries to pass it through. Now this could be a chance. He's got away. Plays it in low.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. That's going in strongly.
And he's surging through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Now it's Rice. Now it's Haaland. Guardiola. Now, can they get him away?
Added time.
Lovely. And the finish! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. Just so calm under pressure. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
And a quick reminder today...
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. So we're just settling back into this second half. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Driving on and making good progress. Defending was strong and firm. Can he get on the end of this? And that could set him on his way. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Foden. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, it's come loose. Lewis. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Gehi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bellingham. That is a brilliant interception. Lovely pass. Can he finish? Well, already game, set and match, or so it feels. And the pass is intercepted. Jordan Henderson. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Jordan Henderson. Marmoush. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and if they're going to...
Haaland! Great strike. A test for the keeper.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Rice with the clearance. Foden. Rodri. England are looking to go forward now. Yehi. Stones. And it's Kane. Bellingham. Marmoush. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Watkins. Rice. Rodri gets a foot in here. Rodri, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nicely weighted ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Alexander-Arnold plays it in.
England truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Watkins! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Substitution for England. Number 10.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 19, Watkins. Number 9.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Number 4, Rice. Number 23,
75 minutes played.
coming on the field.
And here's Rashford.
Number 24,
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Number 25,
He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
Rashford. Number 21, Solanke. Number 26, Gallagher. Number 17, Eze. Substitutions taking place.
It's a good 35 yards out, this. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Well, that looks a decent ball. Rashford crosses. Rodri clears it away. Now it's Haaland. And the counter is on. England needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. Kovacic
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Turns back here, probably the best option. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rodri does really well there, he is strong. Now it's Haaland. Stones does really well to win the ball there. Gallagher into the last 5 minutes. And he's found the way past. He's having a shot! And yes, it's there! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
England give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Vardiol. Lewis.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Semenyo, Henderson wins the duel this time. He's in plenty of space here. Jose. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. And that is that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Begley.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, can he get onto this? Well, they can break here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
This lad, Odegaard, is a player with quite a story.
Great chance! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Rice, and he's been shifted off it. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's found a way through. He's found some space. Now this could be a chance. Flashes it across. Calafiori. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. That is lovely. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is good alertness. First quarter of an hour gone. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Dani Olmo. He's played it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Zubimendi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's been cut out, well played. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Dani Olmo has created one goal already. Pedri. Rice. Rodri calmly anticipates. Pedro Porro. That's gone for a throw-in. And it's Rodri. Little pass back, chips it through. Cleared without hesitation. Zubimendi. Calafiori. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking. Zubimendi. Odegaard. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now Zubimendi. Gabriel. Looks to the other side. And it's Timber. Now Odegaard. Now who's going to be first to this? Rodri producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Timber. And it's Odegaard. Rice. Can he get it through? Pedri.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Some resolute defending there. Pedro Porro.
Spain really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Ødegaard. Nico Williams. Good running, strong and purposeful. Dani Olmo. Ødegaard.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Timber. Great run on the overlap here. He's shifting through the gears here. Timber proves just a little bit too strong. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Nico Williams gets into a good position.
There will be one.
He's on it, can he get away? Nicely shaped cross. And he's managed to get rid. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ødegaard is up. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Spain leading 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And a chance! Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Spain are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Morata is herring after that one.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Gets a good foot in there. Dani Olmo. Oyarzabal could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
Well, I think he shot a goal!
And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Mosquera. And it's Timber.
The attendance for this match was
And again they run up against stubborn defending. Now it's Morata. Nico Williams. And this is Morata. Oh, super ball. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Spain have themselves a chance from the spot to increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 8.
Arsenal can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Rice.
Spain
Number
find a
12,
position of real
Chamber.
strength now.
Number 33. Calafiori.
And here's Jesus. He's in a great position here.
Eze. Number 23. Mikel Merino. Number 9. Gabriel Jesus.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Eze plays it short. And here's Eze. Opts to play it back. Merino. And he's there to get it away. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. White. Mosquera. Saliba. And it's Eze. Eze powering forward here, looking for the run. Lovely. Now he's having a shot! No mistake! That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So is this the start of a comeback?
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Saliba makes the interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lenormand gets good distance on it. Engages and forces him off the ball. Ferran Torres. Good ball, good take. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way, and the finish! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Merino. And Gabriel Jesus. Havertz. Grimaldo. The final 5 minutes. Played down the flank. He's in plenty of space here. He is through here. Yamal! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that is a goal worthy of... And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Hello everybody, and please join me.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. This looks promising.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Havertz! Oh, that's neat. And that is expertly dealt with. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. And he's managed to get free. Cross from Robertson. Chance here to counter. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Great vision. Can he get onto this? McAllister picks it up out wide. And it's Gravenberch. Van Dijk. Gakpo.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And Gakpo! Oh, the ball's... Oh, he's been caught napping! And he whips it in.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Goretzka. Kimmich. Nicely weighted ball. Can he latch on to this? Good ball, good take. Tries to cross. McAllister.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Rudiger calmly anticipates. Anton. And it's Tar. And Raum. It's a good run down the right, looking for a runner. No, he's just misjudged that one. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Kimmich. Gravenberch. Liverpool finding their passes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Isak. Shoots! Goal! First blood drawn. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Number 9, Isak.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Aimed beyond the defence. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Wirtz. Raum. Knocks it into space. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And it's Goretzka. And it's Andrich.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Frimpong. McAllister. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, shooting chance! Havertz. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good.
And the shot! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Added time.
Liverpool are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And the half-time whistle goes. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Liverpool ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And we are back underway. And here's Isak.
Isak really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Vil. And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
McAllister gets good distance on it. Tar. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that could set him on his way. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Wirtz. Gakpo. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Liverpool with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. Robertson deals with that comfortably. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Isak being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow...
Goes for a shot! Gravenberg.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Raum. Just about up to the hour now. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, good spread. Now it's McAllister. And it's Frimpong. He's found a way through. Real chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Substitution for Germany, number 7, Kai Havertz.
We have got changes here
Number
from both
15,
sides, in fact.
Number 17,
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully
8,
cosy.
Leon Goretzka. Coming on the field, number 9.
It's really well cleared.
Füllkrug.
Well read,
Number
nice
11,
interception.
Number 10.
And here's Musiala.
Number 5, Gross.
Gross.
Substitution.
He's in a great position here. And here's Füllkrug.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gross. Closing in on goal. Raum. Germany claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Corner number 2 then. Gravenberg attempts a clearance.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
And it's Andrick.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, super find. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Liverpool do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, can he get onto this? Well timed, excellent interception. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Gravenberg. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Gross.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Good read, needed to be. Chiesa.
Germany really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
And here's Fulkrug. That's really well manoeuvred. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Tar cuts it out. Gross. Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Andrick. McAllister. Now that's well seen too. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. And the shot! Germany have their third corner. Cleared away.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Andrick. Tries to play it through. That's going to go a long way. And that will be it. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win.
And a quick
So,
announcement
Jim, how do you
today
reflect
that
on what
memorabilia
we've
from
seen?
today's match
Well, the
is
look on the
now
manager's
sale in
face
the
says it
stadium.
all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, this really is the place to be. Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium connected by EE, as it's officially known, the home, the symbol of English pride, prestige and passion.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Over to the left. Lovely feet.
Oh, that's a fine interception.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I personally like the look of the very impressive Miles Lewis-Skelly. Yes, he's a fullback, but he plays a hybrid role. He often finds himself in central midfield too, and that way he can control the game with his passing 1 minute, then all of a sudden he can just speed the game up.
There's the shot! Goal! England! England take the lead!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Out of play for a throw.
Lewis-Skelly.
Now it's Watkins. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Just eases him off the ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bernardo Silva. Passes short and sharp.
Nice interception, well timed.
England look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Konsa. And Lewis-Skelly. Looking to play him in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Decent chance! No mistake! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
That's a really good execution, Peter, but you have to raise some serious questions about how he was allowed to take a touch like that.
England are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Reinders.
Marmouche.
Now it's Foden. Oh, cracking ball.
Marmouche! It's a goal! Back to within one! Interesting!
He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Foden. So what can they make of this? And here's Marmoush. Oh, that's nice. Pinches it off him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Marmoush tries to get it clear. Knocks it into big chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Foden has created one goal already. And it's Reinders.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Foden. Nice control. Well, there's the clearance. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal, the difference at half-time. Oh, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Alexander-Arnold. Now, can they get him away? Succumbs to the pressure. That has been cut short. Foden. Foden. Good, strong midfield running here. Oh no, he's got that wrong. And that is going out for a goal kick. Bernardo Silva. Now Ruben Dias. Haaland looks to get on the end of this. Foden.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Konsa. And it's Lewis Skelly. Alexander-Arnold.
The attendance for this match was
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
This looks promising. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Looking for options for movement. Marmoush being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Rodri. Reinders. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Driving on and making good progress.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Bellingham. No, he's not getting any further than that. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Haaland. Now it's Watkins. Tries to pass it through. It's been slipped through. He's found a way through. Watkins!
Watkins really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Well read, nice interception. Knocks it out wide. Some good work on the right flank here. Foden. Can he spark a counter here? Bernardo Silva.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Alexander-Arnold. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Reinders. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Substitution for England, number 9.
So, time for changes on both sides,
number
actually.
16, Alexander-Arnold. Number 10, Bellingham.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Rice. Number 23,
James.
Lewis Skelly.
It's a promising run he's making on the right.
Number 25, Rashford. Number 3, Reece James.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he?
24,
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Number 26,
And he's going to have his name taken.
Number 14, Colwell. Substitution in progress.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Jordan Henderson goes looking wide. Now it's Rashford. And he skips past his man. He's found a way through.
chooses to go back, played out towards the right wing.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Probably be looking to play it square from here. So he's plotting something before playing it in. He's in space and looking for options. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
If they want to...
And the referee brings it to a close. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided.
And
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your...
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Kimmich.
Looking for a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Defending of the desperate variety. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. That's been drilled forward. Isak looks to get on the end of this. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This man Rudiger's going to be a very stern test for any attacker to beat, Peter. He's amongst the smartest defenders around with his positioning, and he's got the...
And he shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, what a mistake! Anton. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Frimpong. Shapes to shoot! And that's going to be a goal kick. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Frimpong. Andrich did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the keeper's got it again. Anton. Germany trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to...
And the finish! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. And he's taking no chances there. Van Dijk. And it's Frimpong. Andrich wins the duel this time. Goretzka. Rudiger. And Raum. Anton. Quality ball. McAllister. Andrich goes sliding in. Wirtz. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, can he get onto this? Andrich. Raum. Back towards the middle. And it's Wirtz. Now it's Wirtz. Wirtz purring through the gears. Wirtz. Andrich. Germany finding their passes. Oh, well played, well played. Now, what about a counter-attack? Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Well, that is one way to stop him. Havertz, and it's Kimmich. Kimmich charging forward down that flank. Kimmich's cross. And that should get the job done. Gakpo.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Out to the left it goes. That is a brilliant interception. Goretzka. Raum. And it's Andrich. Raum. Great run on the overlap here. He's got away.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front.
And the referee brings the first half to a close.
Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Andrik. Goretzka. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. McAllister. Oh, delightful ball. And he's intervened well there. And that is as far as they're going to go. Andrik. And it's Kimmich. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Szoboszlai gets a foot in here. And that has sent him sprawling. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Isak gets through. There's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. And the keeper beats it away. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. McAllister. And now the breakaway. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well measured. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And he's being shifted off it. Szoboszlai. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Nicely weighted ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Havertz. Germany have a chance to counter-attack. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Works it forward.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Pinches it off him. Kimmich with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Substitution for Germany. Number 7.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 15. Number 17.
And he can clear it away.
It's number 8. Bjorn Goretzka. Number 22. Foul. Coming on the field. Number 9. Füllkrug. Number 11. Number 10. Musiala. Number 5. Gross.
So, third quarter of the game.
18, Mittelstädt. Substitution in progress.
And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Back into the middle.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Andrić. It's Kimmich. Gross. Searching pass he's played there.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Shot could be on. And can they get him away? Now this could be a chance. Füllkrug finds himself offside. Mittelstädt cuts out the pass.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Time added on will be 2 minutes.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
So a brief breather, and then extra time. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Anton, over to the other side. It's Kimmich. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And it's Musiala for Andrić. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He's picked his way through. Gross gets it clear. Very nicely done. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And it's Jones. Jones was alert to the possibility. Ekitike! Oh, that's incredible! Finally, finally, finally! Liverpool are in front now, the game's only goal. It's a throw-in.
Substitution for Germany, number 6, Joshua
It's
Kimmich.
ended up in no man's land.
Coming on the field is number 13, Adeyemi.
And that has been cleared. Fulkrug.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Musiala. He's on it, can he get away? Adeyemi's cross. Alisson deals with that nice and simple.
That's it for the first period of extra
Hello,
time.
everybody, and please join me in
Well, it
wishing
has
a
been
happy
a punishing
wedding
game, both
anniversary for one of
physically
our
and
fan
mentally.
club members.
But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Substitutions taking place.
And we're off for the final time. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Alisson. Frimpong.
Liverpool leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin.
Now it's Chiesa.
That was lovely, that.
And he's managed to get free.
Great challenge, time to perfection.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Jones.
Pretty robust defending.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area.
And here's Isak. Tries to play it through. Adeyemi. He has found the way through.
Oh, that's nice. He can get that clear.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Now he's off and running. Strokes it back.
Not a lot more he could do.
And a chance! Heavenly from Havertz!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again. Rice really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Calafiori. Can he get it through? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Ødegaard. Well, that's well seen too. Havertz. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. No, that's been intercepted. Subimendi. Calafiori. It's a pretty loose pass. Subimendi. Calafiori kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Subimendi. And the counter is on. Now it's Rice. Little doubt, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. He's a sharp little ball here. And he shoots! They've scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Arsenal grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Timber drives forward on the overlap. Lovely bit of skill. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Eze powering forward here. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Just eases him off the ball. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Oh, no joy this time. Chance here to counter. Timber. Looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Rice. Some really good ball movement. Rice. That's a sharp pass. Timber. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. So who's he going to be aiming for here? And it's Timber. Looking to play him in. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, such a clever touch. In by Saka. That's a decent clearance. He's shooting! Goal! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Arsenal get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Havertz, he's gone for goal! He's got away with one there.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Calafiori. Ødegaard. Stood up well to him there. Oh, there's a probing ball. Saka. That is ended up in no man's land. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. And we are up to the break.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Arsenal are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Zubimendi. Can he get on the end of this? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Havertz. Oh, that's well spotted. Saliba, Rice chasing after it. Oh, they could break here. Now it's Rice, and it's played it. Shot a goal!
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Havertz tries a shot! Loose ball now, and it's come back out to him. They've done it! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Zubimendi goes sliding in. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
60,810.
Saka. Now this could be a chance. Saka receives it in a good position here. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
pinches it off him. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Calafiori. Nicely weighted ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Gabriel. Oh, they could be caught out here. And it's Timber. For Rice. Nice looking ball. Ødegaard providing an outlet on that flank.
Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he's managed to get free. Cleared without hesitation. He's having a shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 29.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 8, Ødegaard. Number 41, Rice. Number 33, Calafiori. Number 12, Timber. Coming on the field.
Thinks one through.
Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel cuts out the pass.
Eze.
Eze.
Number 23, Mikel Merino.
Now it's Ødegaard. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Right.
Gabriel
Substitutions
deals
taking
with
place.
that comfortably. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. White, not the most accurate pass. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's a fine interception.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Zubimendi.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
White. Played out to the right.
Two added
Tries to
minutes
play
have
it
been
through.
indicated.
In towards the back stick. Big header! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get...
And the referee brings it to a close. Arsenal can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. How would you
And
summarise what
another
we've seen
fantastic
today then,
win for the
Jim?
boys
Arsenal
today.
didn't
Thank
quite
you very
recover
much
from
for
the
your
early blow,
support.
Peter, after which they just got stuck in chase mode.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.